What's good, y'all? We back. I told y'all we'd be back. We got another Wednesdays with Will. If y'all don't know what that is, we did a series like this way earlier in the season, but decided to shelve it for the off season. And now we here in the off season, earlier than we expected. But it sucks. It was a good shot by Jimmy, though. We agree, Will?
Great shot.
It was a good shot. It's a good shot by Jimmy. So y'all read the title. We ain't got to explain it. Y'all know how this goes. We will be listing the players first and then ranking them after. So don't get mad when we start putting guys. But Will, start us off with who is someone that you think is one of your most hated players in Heat history. We put together our list beforehand, so I'm curious to see who's got a guy. This man was thinking hella hard when we was making our list. Mine was relatively easy, so I'm curious who you got, man.
Not easy, but it's hard because it's not really like we hate some of these guys. It's just they're trash. I guess first I'll go Nemanja Bjelica.
That is a spectacular one. And I am mad that I did not have him on my list. And I don't know how to spell that, so I'm just going to say Bumalicia. That's a good one. That's a good one. The first guy on my list that I thought of is by far, in my opinion, the worst Miami Heat player of all time. Will, do you know who it is, or do I have to say it?
He's first on my list.
Who is it?
I know who it is.
Tell him.
Maurice Harkless.
Mo Harkless, aka the biggest bum in franchise history. We'll get into it a little bit later, though. Will, who else you got, man?
Next, I'm going to go Ryan Anderson.
I was thinking about Ryan Anderson. We're going to discuss him later, though. I was thinking about Ryan Anderson, but there's a reason I didn't put him on my list. The second guy I got on my list, I feel like a lot of people may disagree, but I will get into my reasons later, is Gerald Green. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
With the teammate of two of the first people on my list, Trevor Ariza.
Okay. I know that a lot of people in Heat Nation hate Ariza. He was straight here. He was straight. He had a bad playoffs. Everyone had a bad playoffs. You know what? That's a common theme among Heat fans. I know. I didn't have him on my list, though. I thought he was straight here. When you compare him to Jay Crowder, okay, obviously he sucks, but he was fine. He guarded Lillard good that one game. This next one, a lot of people are going to get mad at me. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it.
Ooh.
The clinical Olynyk.
I didn't think he was mid, but I don't think he's most hated material.
We gonna discuss when we start ranking these dudes, but
the last guy on my list.
Who do you got? Who you got? I think this is your fourth pick, right?
Your favorite player, bro.
I know that this man, Hassan Whiteside, was going to be on the list. And listen. I'm fully aware that he is most likely going to make the final ranking. But that's my dude, man. That's my guy. I was contemplating wearing the Whiteside shirt.
He was my dude too. Keyword is was.
Well, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. The fourth guy that I had on my list is Josh McBob. You know what?
I meant to put him on my list.
Big bum.
I meant to put him on my list. I forgot about him.
Then the last guy that I had on my list, similar for why you got Ryan Anderson. If I got Josh McBum, I had to put AJ.
That name isn't even familiar. So.
You don't know AJ Hammonds, man? I'll put him up. I'll edit and put him in here. But he was in the Josh McBobbers trade. I think he played 2 games for Miami, and he never did nothing. And because we stretched him, we paid him for like 7 years, and it was super, super annoying.
Hamilton before I put AJ Hammonds.
Justin Hamilton, white number 7?
Duncan Robinson before Duncan Robinson. Hey, pull up 2 pictures and you'll see the comparison.
I will. They do look alike. Will, let's start ranking these dudes, man.
Top 5 is going to be pretty easy.
My number 1, I want to put Mo Harkless. We agree?
You have to.
Okay. He's the only guy that was on both of our lists here. So number 1, we are putting Mo Harkless, easily, in my opinion, the worst player in Miami Heat history. We all know the highlights of him coming in the game and getting 7 fouls in 4 seconds, running behind the scoreboard on defense. You remember that, Will, don't you? Every Heat fan, just the most random dude.
I forgot about that.
But you remember now, ain't it?
I do remember.
He ran behind the scoreboard. Just so funny that such a random name can irk so many Heat fans, especially when he was here for such a short amount of time. Crazy thing is that he may have not actually been the most hated guy on that team because neither one of us mentioned Myers Leonard. He
We actually liked Myers Leonard before he did what he did.
Yeah, but
that's why I didn't put him on there.
But he got a whole religion that hates him, man.
That is fact.
He probably is pretty worthy of being on there. But regardless, I just thought of some other dudes ahead of him. But Mo Harkless, number one most hated Heat player of all time. If y'all disagree, feel free to let us know in the comments down below. But number two, I'll let you pick, Will, since I go ahead and I kind of threw number one out there.
Put your clicker down. One more name.
Whiteside?
Yeah, drag that. Let me get it.
Wow, what you?
I gotta have it.
I know the logic, but explain it to me anyways.
Selfish, no IQ. It sucks because I wrote for the man so hard, because he was one of my favorite players for I don't know how long.
As much as I want to argue for Hassan Whiteside, and every time I wear the Hassan Whiteside shirt or say that I still love the man, even though I admit his faults, I admit he's a stat chaser, I admit he used to pout and all that stuff, and I want him on this team, although Jimmy Butler would literally kill him in about 7 seconds. That's my guy, but every time I talk about him, I always get so many comments that's be like, oh, burn that shirt. How can you like this man? He's a bum. I know he's a bum, but I was like 14, 15 years old watching this man get triple-double after triple-double with blocks, and it was super exciting. And that little kid inside me still that little kid still likes still has love for them, man. That being said, I'm not gonna argue with you, Will. I know if
his attitude is different, he's not on this list at all.
I know he's the opposite of Heat culture, and the only reason that he's not number one is because there was a period of times where Heat fans actually liked him. Now, a lot of Heat fans would probably argue putting him number one because he took Dwayne Wade's money. But anyways, number three, the guy.
Let me say something real quick. I'm sorry.
What are you thinking?
If it wasn't for him taking D Wade's money, D Wade would have never left.
Got Jimmy, and he would have never got Jimmy. So all of y'all that's mad at Whiteside is meant to be. I want to go with for number three.
I can't put Kelly anywhere on this list. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't personally.
The guy I was gonna put at number three before we get rid of some names. I think a lot of Heat fans have hate for Josh McBum. Are we cool putting him in number three? Yeah. That man would have a wide open layup and he would do the Magic Johnson. thinking that he was Magic, and the man was not Magic as much as he wanted to be. I know Brendan Tobin hates him. He used to roast him all the time on the radio. I was gonna say he's ugly, but a lot of girls, they like that white boy with long hair type. So I don't know. He ain't my type. I don't know.
Question.
What you thinking?
Do you think Point Justice finds his way on this list as a late addition?
Well, not Point Justice. Everyone loves Point Justice.
You know, Justice Winslow as a whole.
I wouldn't, because I think he left hating the Heat, but that was more between him and the Heat. I'm not sure the fans really hated him other than he couldn't make a layup. The guy that I was going to mention as a late addition is LeBron. I just wanted your thoughts on that. What we ranking is not guys that played for the Heat. It was guys that we hated while on the Heat. So we can't put him. If you think about it, the way we did these other guys, we can't put LeBron.
When they were here, we hated LeBron when he left.
Yeah, because that's the same reason I ain't put Danny Granger. He was decent here for like half a season that he got us Goran. So, but before he came here, hell yeah, no one liked Danny. Okay, so no LeBron. I don't want to put Justice either, because a lot of Heat fans like Justice better, and the way Devin Booker did in Game 7, he might still be better. Justice might be. But
we haven't seen him play in like 4 years, so who knows?
He's doing big things over there in Portland, man. He's gonna be the piece to keep Dame, man. That sucks. Can't get Dame no more. Who you want at number 4, Will?
The finals right now?
The guy who's in the finals right now, Nemanja Bjelica. Is he even getting any PT? You know, I ain't watching a single second of the finals. I don't know if you are.
I'm gonna say Bjelica because he showed up out of shape, fat like a motherfucker. He didn't provide us nothing besides missed layups and both opening night for the Warriors.
Bro, my parents watch this. We're not cursing on this pod, Will. You acted like this your first Wednesdays with Will.
You were talking about little kid inside of you like 5 minutes ago. My apologies, though. So bleep that out.
And somehow they found a guy who was slower than Kelly Olynyk. And for that reason alone, Nemanja Bjelica at number 4. Well, we got a tough spot here at number 5. We got AJ Hammonds and Ryan Anderson, which are similar.
I know where I'm going.
Well, let me explain a little bit. I put AJ Hammonds. I said he was in the Josh Roberts trade. He basically got cut and stretched. Same with Ryan Anderson. He was in that Tyler Johnson trade. I thought Ryan Anderson was a decent player coming to the Heat. But regardless, I don't think either one of those guys is worthy enough to be number 5. So let's go ahead and get rid of Ryan Anderson. We'll go ahead and get rid of AJ Hammonds. The reason I put Gerald Green is because he was the most athletic dude on the court 100% of the time. And what is the only thing he did, Will? Tell me, what's the only thing he did?
Shot threes?
Jacked up threes, pull-up threes, contested threes, fadeaway threes. And the thing about this man is if he missed his first shot of the game, you knew he was going to miss his next 10. If he made his first shot, you knew he was about to drop a quick 20 piece. But it just got me so annoyed. All you got to do is a little pump fake, drive, dunk on their head like he did a couple times, man. I used to hate how many threes he took. That's why I put him on there. Kelly Olynyk, do we want to get rid of him? Because you said you wouldn't put him.
Because he had a lot of good moments. He did.
I'm cool getting rid of Kelly.
You don't remember the Udonis stopper?
You talking about that meme on Reddit? That meme on Reddit? Listen. Part of the reason that I don't like Kelly Olynyk is because he's hella ugly. No, I'm kidding. He is though. He seems like a great guy for the community though. Let me just say that in case Kelly watches this one day. But listen. He was so slow in watching Markieff Morris, who's our dog now, hit corner 3 after corner 3 in the NBA Finals because Kelly Olynyk was way too slow to contest and get out to the corner. And this man kept helping in the paint every single time like he was going to block somebody's shot, like he thought he was Bam Adebayo or something. Keep your ass in the corner. Stop letting these dudes hit corner threes because all of a sudden Anthony Davis didn't want to miss either. And Kelly Olynyk had these spurts. He would go 8 for 9. And then he would go 1 for 8, 0 for 6, 0 for 7. And all those games where he went 0 for BLs just to get that one magical Kelly win. Now, that being said, he was part of the finals team, but he was so slow, too cold, inconsistent, only had one good season there, and he was overpaid. That's my case for Kelly Olynyk. But regardless, I know I'm alone in that. I've said that on Twitter. A lot of Heat fans are giving me crap for it. We can get rid of him. I'm assuming you want to go with your pick of Trevor Ariza. Why is that?
To be honest, recency bias. I remember how bad he was last year in the playoffs and in the regular season. That he couldn't score layups, he couldn't shoot, barely played defense on bigger players. That's what we got him for.
Yeah, but what was the expectations for Trevor Ariza going into it? Did you think he was going to beat Jay Crowder?
To be honest, yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to scratch both of these and put Avery Bradley at number 5. I'm fine with that.
See, again, I feel like part of the reason you're saying Avery Bradley is because the minute he left the Heat, he joined the Lakers and hit like 7 threes twice against us in 2 games. Is that why you're saying that?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, but we not basing when they left the Heat. We basing on the Heat. And yeah, he had a lot of expectations. We knew we needed a 3-and-D guy, a point of attack guy. He supplied a lot of that, and he ended up never playing, couldn't hit a shot. But Gerald Green, you don't remember the Flocka incident? He was in the hotel somewhere, and he was in the lobby spazzing out at like 2 a.m. or something. I don't remember a lot of the details, but it was something like that. And
that is a throwback. I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that, right?
That's a while ago. Dion Waiters on your top 5 role players for the Heat?
I was actually thinking about putting Dion on this list, but only reason I didn't do it is because there was a portion of time, very short portion of time, but he was one of the most exciting players he had in a long time. That's why I didn't add him to this list.
That's because of the edible situation.
I know, but that's part of the reason why Dion didn't last him. Part of the reason that I was thinking about adding him to this list. Trevor Ariza was only here for like 1 season. Was he even? No, he was here half a season. Remember, he was traded. Wasn't he in the midseason trade for a 2nd-round pick? All right, let me ask you this. I'm gonna make a proposal. What do you feel about not putting either one of those names, and for the sake of our Jewish brethren, going with Myers Leonard?
Do it.
I think that's only fair, man. Now,
I agree.
Because I want to get on Kelly Olynyk for being slow. Myers Leonard.
Yeah, that's tough. Defense was non-existent.
You seen that video of Charles Barkley racing Dick Bavetta and Chuck started running backwards? Both of those dudes would have beat Myers Leonard in a full-out sprint, bro.
I believe it.
That being said, I'm cool putting Myers Leonard at number 5. That leaves us to recap. Number 1, Mo Harkless, worst player in Heat history. Number 2, my guy Hassan Whiteside, but I get it. He was a stat chaser, so he got his bag and cleared it. Number 3, Josh McBum, Jesus looking at with the long hair. Number 4, Nemanja Bjelica, the fattest player in Heat history outside of Eddie Curry. That would be a good list. Top 5 fattest Heat players in Heat history. Who do we got? We got like Eddie Curry. Who else?
Eddie Curry, Dexter Pittman.
Pittman is number 1.
Pittman is number 1, yeah, for sure.
Oh, we put in Lowry. You heard Pat at the press conference today.
Kyle Lowry, I think he's on there.
Well, I'm gonna add that to the list of future Wednesdays we will. So y'all keep out with that. That's a good one. That's actually Dion.
I got the 5 in my head already.
Is Dion on it?
No.
All right, we'll get it. Oh, that's good. That's good cliffhanger. We'll get into it later. Nemanja Bjelica, and at number 5, we got Myers. Can't keep his mouth shut on the Twitch stream. Leonard. Now his wife is more successful than him on her TikTok account than he will ever be again. That's our list, Will. Top 5 most hated players in Heat history. Will, what do you think of the list, man?
I'm not mad at it.
All right, man. Of course, if y'all disagree with the list or agree, comment down below. And if we forgot anybody, which I'm sure we did, we had made this real quick for y'all. Make sure to comment down below, show some love. We're gonna be coming to y'all hopefully every Wednesday. But thank y'all for watching. We'll be back. See ya.
Pull up in your city, tryna get that dead fast. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight.